You know, we all obsess over the flashy stuff, right? The processors, the graphics cards, the RAM, the big stars of the PC world. But today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the one component that makes all of that possible, the unseen engine humming away inside your machine.
I mean, just think about it for a second. The electricity that comes out of your wall, it's a wild, untamed force. So what in the world stands between that raw, chaotic power and the super-sensitive microscopic circuits inside your $1,000 CPU and GPU?
Well, the answer is this pretty unassuming black box that's usually tucked away and forgotten inside your computer case. It's the power supply unit, or PSU for short, and honestly, it's the unsung hero of every single computer out there.
So, what's its main job? Its mission, if you will. It's all about taming that raw power. A great way to think about the PSU is as a translator. It takes that chaotic mess of energy from the wall and converts it into a precise, stable language that your computer components can actually understand and use. At its core, the job sounds simple, but it is absolutely critical. A PSU takes the alternating current, that's AC, from your wall, and transforms it into the clean, steady, direct current, or DC, that your motherboard, processor, and all your drives need to live. Without this, your PC wouldn't just fail to turn on. It would be toast instantly.
And this really highlights the challenge, right? AC power from the wall is constantly flipping back and forth. It's great for getting power to your house over long distances, but for sensitive electronics, it's total poison. DC power, on the other hand, flows in one steady, reliable direction. The PSU's job is to perform this incredible bit of electrical alchemy.
So how does this magic trick actually happen? Come on, let's go inside that black box and follow a single jolt of electricity on its amazing journey from the wall socket all the way to your computer's brain.
Okay, so this whole journey is this fascinating 5-step dance. First, a part called a rectifier turns the AC into a pretty rough, pulsating DC. Then, and here's the clever twist, a switcher turns it back into a very high-frequency AC. Now, why would it do that? Well, because this lets a much smaller, way more efficient transformer step the voltage way down to safe levels. After that, it gets cleaned up and filtered one last time into pure, stable DC. And finally, regulators make sure the output voltages are perfectly steady. It's a seriously sophisticated process. And the result of that whole journey isn't just one stream of power. Oh no, the PSU is a master distributor, delivering several different, super precise voltages. Your heavy hitters, like the CPU and graphics card, they need that big plus 12-volt rail. Meanwhile, other parts are sipping on the plus 5 and plus 3.3-volt line. But here's where the story gets even cooler. The PSU isn't just a translator and a distributor. It's also a full-time, dedicated bodyguard for every single component in your entire system. See, modern PSUs are just packed with protection circuits. If there's a sudden voltage spike from a lightning storm, for example, overvoltage protection kicks in. If one of your components fails and creates a short circuit, bam! The PSU shuts down instantly to prevent a total catastrophe. And if it starts to get too hot, thermal protection steps in to keep it from damaging itself and everything else around it. All right, now that we know what it does, let's talk about what it looks like. Because these Guardians, they definitely don't come in a one-size-fits-all package. They have a specific form for pretty much every function you can think of.
The most common type, the one you'll find in most standard desktop PCs, is the ATX form factor. But if you're building one of those awesome little compact gaming PCs, you're going to need a smaller SFX power supply. And for those really slim office desktops, the long, skinny TFX form factor is the one for that job.
Another huge difference you'll run into is how the cables are handled. You've got non-modular PSUs, where all the cables are permanently attached. They're cheaper, yeah, but it often leads to a real mess of cables inside your case. Modular PSUs, on the other hand, let you attach only the cables you actually need. And this is a game changer. It means way cleaner cable management and much better airflow, even if they do cost a little extra. So, all of this great info leads us to the most important part, right? Choosing your own Guardian. How do you actually pick the right power supply for your specific mission? The very first thing you're going to see is a big number like this one. It's wattage. This number tells you the total amount of power the PSU can deliver to your whole system. It's pretty simple. A high-end gaming PC with a beast of a graphics card is going to need a lot more watts than a basic computer for the office. So here's a simple checklist to help you out. First, add up the power needs of all your parts to figure out the wattage you need. And trust me, it's always smart to add a little extra headroom for future upgrades. Then look for a high efficiency rating. This saves you money on your power bill and keeps things cooler. And finally, just double check, triple check that it has all the right connectors for your specific motherboard and graphics card.
And that point about efficiency, it's actually a much bigger deal than you might think. It's not just about performance. One of our sources put it perfectly. An efficient PSU doesn't just protect your PC, it can actively cut your electricity costs and reduce your environmental impact. I mean, that's a total win-win.
So, the next time you look at the back of a computer, whether it's yours or someone else's, I really hope you see more than just a simple box with a fan wearing away. Hopefully, you'll see that complex, hard-working device inside, that unsung hero that's constantly translating, distributing, and protecting. You'll see the silent guardian that makes every click, every game, and every single line of code possible.
And that just leaves us with one final question to think about for your own machine. Is your power supply a powerful, silent guardian protecting your investment, or could it actually be your system's weakest link?